Hello everyone, Lily here. Welcome to my channel, and for those returning viewers, welcome back. And it's been a while, and several reasons for that. So I'll start by giving a little bit of an update on what's been happening with me and since my last video. And to be honest, I haven't done a lot of tarot. I haven't even been buying decks except for a period in the spring where all these enticing Kickstarters were being put out. So I did indulge in a few of those, and now some of the decks are starting to come in. But apart from that, I haven't been buying many decks or even many books. The last tarot book I have bought was because I'm part of a tarot book club with my friends. So we bought the book by Teresa Reed, which we're currently reading right now. And that's one thing. Another thing is where I'm living in the province of Ontario here, we came back into stay-at-home orders and lockdown. And was it late March, early April? I forget exactly when, that were fairly strict. And although, up to now, I think I had been able to cope with it for most of it, but I think this time around it contributed for me getting into a real funk, for lack of a better word. I wouldn't call it a depression, but like my moods were sort of low, in the sense that I didn't feel like doing anything. I wasn't motivated to do anything, including doing videos. I wasn't motivated to work on my crafts all that much, except for really easy stuff that didn't require a lot of equipment, that could be easily done in place. So that was one thing. And then as my mood started coming back and the restrictions started easing up a little bit, my husband and I decided that we were going to go out fairly often, and our activity of choice was actually to, go on these mini road trips where we hunted out chip trucks, food trucks in our region. And so that's been a lot of fun in a way. And mainly we chose chip trucks because, restaurants were only able to do takeout. And chip trucks, minimal contact is required. You go to the window, you order your stuff, and we would be eating in the car. Even picnic tables outside were not allowed. So that's one thing. And as the nice weather started coming back here in Ontario, I found out that visits to provincial parks, if you went in the week, is free this year. So Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, you can go for the day at a provincial park in Ontario, and it's free, when usually there's a fee. And depending on how often you go, it can range up to $20 a day for a carload, or me and my husband, which adds up really quickly. So we usually never went. And yes, I do know that seasons passes can be available, but until this year, we never had a reason to go check out those parks in a way that where we wanted to spend money, because a spot that we usually go to in a municipality outside of Ottawa here, there's a spot that we like to go to where we can just drive up. There are picnic tables, there are toilets, which is the main reason I like to go to the provincial parks right now. But in this particular spot that I'm referring to, where we used to go to enjoy sitting by the water and having a picnic, that municipality has decided this year that it's not made available to the public. So the toilets are closed and they removed the picnic tables. So that's why I'm happy that we can do that kind of activity at a provincial park. So that sums up my update right now. And as you can see, because of the lockdowns here, like only last week were hairdressers allowed to open, and I've got my appointment coming up. So enjoy my long hair, because I mean, I haven't had hair this long in at least 25 years. So, and it's driving me nuts, so that's why I have all these clips. But I do not enjoy wearing clips, and like you see, I like to have my hair close out of my face, which is why I keep my hair short. So the reason I wanted to do a video today, which I wasn't really planning on to, is that one of my Kickstarter decks has come in, and it's the Pocket of Peers that I'm doing an unboxing of, and I will do a flip through. So I will open this up and come back in a few minutes, and we can see what's inside. So I've got the box open now, and this is what we find. And let me take it out here. Ooh, I have a nice little card stand here, which is really nice. I'll have to look up, I think that was probably one of the add-ons, because I don't remember. Although I'd have to look at what I did buy. Here's the deck. And what else do I have here? Ooh, a nice bookmark. When I was young, I used to collect bookmarks like these. I had a whole collection of them. I'm wondering what I did with them now, because I'm looking at this. Ooh. Not something that I used, but I think it's kind of neat that we got this. But here's a page of stickers. And here's another page of stickers. And here's a postcard with information on it. And here's the guidebook. So let me look at the guidebook here. So here's the guidebook. And for a quick. So you have a couple of pages here where all the cards are depicted with the name of the card, and it's basically a cheat sheet for what the cards mean. Some of the same thing for in the smaller size though for the minor arcana. And then you get into the deep dives for each page. So for the market, I'm seeing here, and I wonder if it's only for the majors. We'll look further, but you have explanation for the card, and then you have a blank page here for notes, which is actually kind of nice. And do they do that for every card? So I see for the majors they do. Yeah, actually it's the same for the minor arcana, where you have a notes page. Now, if I'm going to quibble about something, is that I see that on some of the pages, I find that the font for is on the small side for me. And some pages where there's a lot of information, like the world here, it's even smaller. But apart from that, I mean, it's a well done book. So at the end, what is there? So you have all the pages, and there's a few pages at the end where there's some tarot spreads. And then there's the symbols and decks, which is kind of nice. That's the book. So now I'll be opening the deck. I'll remove the plastic here and I'll be back in a few seconds. So I'm back and I took the deck out of the box, but I will show you the box. It's a nice clamshell box with magnetic closure. And here is the deck itself. So compared to other decks, the cardstock is a little bit thicker. Getting a glare here. These are the backs. They're nicely edged in this banana yellow color that's popular right now. I don't know what the thickness is, and I'm not an expert, so, but it is kind of thick. And what else? It's a matte finish. It's not shiny. And what else could I say about this? I don't think I have anything else to say. So what I'll do now is I'll move my camera and we can go through a flip through, and if I have any comments, I'll let you know. Otherwise, enjoy it. And if you have any comments, let me know. So, see you in a minute. Here's a Fool. Now, I'll mention that I'm not sure if I'll recognize a lot of the people depicted in these cards. That's interesting, I find, showing someone in a kitchen. And this is different, although, you know, I know a lot of people take umbrage that the Empress is often shown as pregnant, but I like this rendition here where they show creativity instead. Yeah, I'll have to study this card a little bit more because it doesn't strike me as Empress. And this one's kind of cute as the Chariot. Yeah, I see the cat here, but and this one's interesting too. I think this is Benabel Wen. And we know she's a lawyer. And here, I'm not sure what she's trying to balance here. Yeah, no, it's not. I don't know a lot of these people here. And this is an interesting, showing a tarot reading as the world. this I kind of like because, you know, Ace of Wands is also about creativity. And I think using this image is quite clever. That is also quite interesting. Although I kind of see this as, although it's not exactly, but it's being chased by the media or paparazzi because you become so famous. I think this is Raina George. And I'm sorry, I forget what his name is, but I think his cat is named Bartholomew. Or Bartolomeo. Or something like that. I just saw a video with him recently. I think this is Arwen Lynch. Here's one of the alternative meanings for Ten of Swords, although I'm not sure how often people get acupuncture to make it into a tarot card, but it's actually a good depiction. I'm not mistaken, I think this is Moonlit Faye who does all those tarot bags. And now we get into the teacher card. Here is Mary Greer, Rachel Pollack, and there's a third card for the study. So far, what I think from all these cards is, I'm wondering if I'm not more of a traditionalist than I think I am, in the sense that I didn't see that many cards that, or should I say, there are a lot of cards that didn't strike me as having images that depict the meaning, in the sense that I'm wondering if I would recognize what the card is if it wasn't for what it says on it, or seeing the symbols, like, you know, Six of Cups is Six of Cups, but I'll have to see when I work with it more, because I didn't get a lot of intuitive hits when I looked at the image. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Although, you know, I really like the art and I think it's a beautiful deck and it's very well done. So, but those are my first impressions. We'll have to see in a little while how it works out. So I'm going to end this here, and until next time, have a good day.